Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. Words do not express thoughts very well. They always become a little different immediately after they are expressed. A little distorted. A little foolish. If you hate a person, you hate something in him that is part of yourself. What isn't part of ourselves doesn't disturb us. You must understand the whole of life, not just one little part of it. That is why you must read, that is why you must look at the skies, that is why you must sing and dance and write poems and suffer and understand for all that is life. I have been and still am a seeker. But I have ceased to question stars and books. I have begun to listen to the teachings my blood whispers to me. To hold our tongues when everyone is gossiping. To smile without hostility at people and institutions. To compensate for the shortage of love in the world with more love in small, private matters. To be more faithful in our work. To show greater patience, to forgo the cheap revenge obtainable from mockery and criticism. All these are things we can do. Some people never go crazy. What truly horrible lives they must lead. If you want to learn about the sea, do not remain on the shore. I live in my dreams, that's what you sense. Other people live in dreams, but not in their own. The bird fights its way out of the egg. The egg is the world. Who would be born must destroy a world. The only reality is the one we have within us. Everything else is just a reflection. It is the function of art to renew our perception. What we are familiar with, we cease to see. The writer shakes up the familiar scene, and as if by magic, we see a new meaning in it. Solitude is independence. It had been my wish, and with the years I had attained it. It was cold. Oh, cold enough. But it was also still, wonderfully still and vast, like the cold stillness of space in which the stars revolve. For me, trees have always been the most penetrating preachers. I revere them when they live in tribes and families, in forests and groves. And even more, I revere them when they stand alone. They are like lonely persons, not like hermits who have stolen a way out of some weakness, but like great, solitary men, like Beethoven and Nietzsche. Every man is more than just himself. He also represents the unique, the very special and always significant and remarkable point at which the world's phenomena intersect, only once in this way and never again. Our mind is capable of passing beyond the dividing line we have drawn for it, Beyond the pairs of opposites of which the world consists, other new insights begin. A longing to wander tears my heart when I hear trees rustling in the wind at evening. If one listens to them silently for a long time, this longing reveals its kernel, its meaning. It is not so much a matter of escaping from one's suffering, though it may seem to be so. It is a longing for home, for a memory of the mother, for new metaphors for life. It leads home. The great majority of us are required to live a life of constant, systematic duplicity. Your health is bound to be affected if day after day you say the opposite of what you feel. If you grovel before what you dislike and rejoice at what brings you nothing but misfortune. I am like a drop of water on a rock. After drip, drip, dripping in the same place, I begin to leave a mark, and I leave my mark in many people's hearts. Everything becomes a little different as soon as it is spoken out loud. The call of death is a call of love. Death can be sweet if we answer it in the affirmative, if we accept it as one of the great eternal forms of life and transformation. Wisdom cannot be imparted. Wisdom that a wise man attempts to impart always sounds like foolishness to someone else. Knowledge can be communicated, but not wisdom. One can find it, live it, be fortified by it, do wonders through it, but one cannot communicate and teach it. Love your suffering. Do not resist it, do not flee from it. It is your aversion that hurts. Nothing else. You are only afraid if you are not in harmony with yourself. People are afraid because they have never owned up to themselves. Whoever wants to be born must destroy a world. I have always believed, and I still believe, that whatever good or bad fortune may come our way, we can always give it meaning and transform it into something of value. The man of power is ruined by power, the man of money by money, the submissive man by subservience, the pleasure seeker by pleasure. Some people, no matter how old they get, never lose their beauty. They merely move it from their faces into their hearts. The true profession of a man is to find his way to himself. There is no reality except the one contained within us. That is why so many people live such an unreal life. They take the images outside of them for reality and never allow the world within to assert itself.